My beloved, as a human being, it is natural that you have made mistakes throughout your life. We all do. Mistakes are an inevitable part of the journey and are essential for our growth and learning. Without them, we could not truly understand what it means to evolve and improve. Yet sometimes, those mistakes you left behind seem to follow you, appearing in your mind as recurring thoughts or as emotions that fill you with sadness. It is then that the feeling of guilt arises, a weight that settles in your heart and makes you relive the pain over and over again. Guilt is an uncomfortable and painful feeling because, instead of motivating you to be kind to yourself, it leads you to view yourself with critical eyes and to judge yourself harshly. But today I want you to know that there is a path to healing. Through this spiritual reflection, I want you to understand that you have the power to forgive yourself, to free yourself from the burden of guilt, and, most importantly, to reconnect with self-love. Today we are going to find a positive lesson amidst that heavy feeling. I will guide you to transform your emotions so that the space once occupied by sadness can be filled with light and serenity. Because where pain once resided, a deep peace can bloom, restoring your tranquility. Remember that the simple act of admitting your own mistakes is very valuable. Not everyone is willing to do it. Many people prefer to deny their mistakes or justify themselves, and that attitude keeps them trapped in the same place, unable to move forward. But you, by recognizing your errors, show that you have taken an important step forward. It means you have become aware that your inner self has awakened in that aspect, and that you wish to do something about it to change it. Acknowledging it is a sign that you intend to improve and grow, which is a significant advancement on your personal path. You cannot go back to the past or undo what has already happened. Time cannot be reversed, but what you do have in your hands is the present moment. It is here, in the now, where we can begin to work with those mistakes and with the guilt that sometimes weighs so heavily. Each of us is responsible for what we do, say, and think. We are responsible for our decisions and the actions we take. But it is also true that there are moments when life places us in complicated situations. Sometimes you feel trapped, with no way out, and end up making choices you wish you hadn't. That is why it is important to forgive yourself. Perhaps you didn't always take the ideal path, but in those moments, you did the best you could with what you knew. It is not about justifying yourself, but about understanding that you acted according to your circumstances and your knowledge at that moment. No one gave you a manual on how to face life, nor warned you about the trials and challenges that would arise along the way. You have had to learn as you went, adapting to each situation and discovering how to handle the unexpected. And it is not just in this life that your soul has accumulated lessons. Throughout many existences, you have gained wisdom that continues to grow with each experience lived. That wisdom is an invaluable treasure. So, even though you have made mistakes, recognize that they are part of that learning process. They are signs that you are living and learning, continually transforming into a more conscious version of yourself. However, you have also learned great lessons along your path. Every time you are able to view your own mistakes honestly, you are demonstrating the kindness that resides deep within your heart. Acknowledging your faults is proof that you have an inner light guiding you. Souls that have strayed from their own light are not capable of doing this. They prefer to blame others and shift responsibility rather than take ownership of their actions. But you are not like that. By admitting your mistakes, you show that you have the courage to look at yourself honestly and the humility to want to improve. That is a reflection of your true essence, a sign that your soul remains connected to goodness. Feeling guilt at some point means that you are a conscious and responsible person. It is a sign that both your soul and your conscience are awake and attentive. But I want you to think about something. Sometimes the guilt you feel does not come solely from your own thoughts. It may be that other people, with their words or attitudes, have influenced you, making you feel even more guilty. That's why it is essential to remember that your mistakes do not define who you are. Making mistakes does not diminish your worth as a human being. You remain worthy of love and respect, no matter how many times you have stumbled along the way. It is important to respect the reactions that others may have when you make a mistake. Each person has the right to feel and express their emotions. However, despite this, you must forgive yourself. One of the deepest lessons you can learn in this life is about unconditional love for yourself. The universe, God, angels, and all beings of light love you unconditionally. They love you not for being perfect, but because you are you. They will never stop accompanying or caring for you, even when you make mistakes. So, if the universe itself can accept you with all your flaws, why can't you do the same? Learning to love yourself, with all that you are, is an essential step to healing and growing. You deserve forgiveness, especially from yourself, because the universe has already offered you its compassion. That I know it can be challenging to let go of guilt. It is easy to get trapped in thoughts about how you should have acted or what you should have done differently. But doing this only causes you more pain. It doesn't resolve anything or help you feel better. Now and before we continue, I invite you to subscribe and share our channel. Your support helps us to create more valuable content for you. Remember that feeling guilty will not alleviate the suffering of those affected by your mistakes. While it may seem unfair, all our actions have an impact on others. What's important is to learn from those experiences and find a way to move forward. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself, and it is the first step toward healing and inner peace. Everything in the universe is interconnected. And it is not a matter of justice, it is simply how everything around us works. Over time, all souls must learn that they are part of a whole, that they are united with the universe and with God. It is understandable that you feel overwhelmed by guilt, especially if you believe your mistakes have caused pain to others. However, the suffering those people feel is something they must resolve on their own. You can offer your support, ask for forgiveness, and strive to improve the situation, but it is essential to understand that everyone needs their own time to heal. Each person has their own path and their own ways of dealing with pain. In the end, each person is responsible for their own healing, and you must also allow yourself that same space to heal. Now is the time to focus on yourself. You may have an overly negative perception of who you are, perhaps because you hold secrets you dare not share that bring you shame. But the first step toward healing is to acknowledge those feelings. You must realize that, at that moment, you did the best you could according to your level of consciousness. Fortunately, the path of light and spiritual growth you are walking will provide you with the opportunity to heal those wounds and become a source of love and light. Remember that no one arrives in this world with all the answers, and we all face situations not knowing exactly how to act. Life is a learning journey, and it is natural to make mistakes along the way. What's important is to learn from them and continue moving forward with love and compassion toward yourself. Those mistakes you made will leave behind valuable lessons, both for you and for those around you. Keep in mind that once you have learned a lesson, that situation will not repeat itself because you will have assimilated what you needed. Therefore, the most important thing is to use those mistakes as an opportunity to learn. Transform all that negative burden you carry into something positive. With my guidance, illuminated by the violet ray of transmutation, you will be able to turn guilt into love for yourself. This way, you will have the ability to change the situation and restore balance in your life. Every step you take toward healing will bring you closer to the peace and love you deserve. In the end, divine order is always restored. Even if you don't initially know how your problems will be resolved, it is essential to trust that, as long as your intentions are good and you align with the light, everything will turn out well. Each of your experiences transforms into a valuable lesson, and it is not always possible to get it right. There are times when making mistakes is necessary to learn what you truly need. Remember that the angels are always by your side, accompanying you in your successes and mistakes, in moments of joy and in the most difficult times. Their presence is a reminder that you are never alone on this journey. There is always support and guidance with every step you take. Give yourself the opportunity to forgive yourself for the mistakes you have made. Now that you have learned how life works, you have the chance to live differently, where you do not cling to resentment and choose to treat yourself with love and compassion. If you do not offer yourself forgiveness, you will be preventing the universe from benefiting from your unique light. Although it may be hard to see right now, it is important to understand that your light is essential to the universe. Your essence and your contributions are valuable, and by forgiving yourself, you allow that light to shine more brightly. So welcome healing and love, because you deserve to live fully and share your light with the world. Your light is special and essential for maintaining perfect divine order. The mistakes you made do not define your worth as a person. You still have so much to offer the universe. You have countless positive things to bring to the world and to those around you. You have already learned the necessary lessons and faced the consequences of your actions. Every experience, even the difficult ones, has prepared you to share your wisdom and love with others. Now is the time to recognize your value and allow your light to shine brightly, illuminating the path for yourself and for those around you. If you found yourself in the same situation again, I am sure you would not repeat the same mistakes. That is what truly matters, and it is what you should value. There is no need to deceive yourself or keep thinking that you are a bad person. That is simply not true. You have made mistakes, yes, but you have learned from them and transformed into someone different. You are now more aware and elevated, and you have connected with the divine wisdom that resides deep within your being. It is possible that some people have already forgiven you for what happened in the past. So, why not give yourself the opportunity to forgive yourself? Your growth and evolution deserve to be recognized, and forgiveness is a fundamental step on that path. It's true that things may never be the same as they were, but you have a new opportunity to see everything from a different perspective. The most important thing is that now you can learn to respect yourself. You deserve that respect. You deserve love and all the good things that the universe has to offer you. Let go of those negative thoughts and take a moment to reflect on the things that cause you guilt. Perhaps deep down, you never wanted to hurt anyone. Every experience can become a valuable lesson if you choose to look at it that way. By allowing yourself this shift in perspective, you will open the doors to a fuller and more meaningful life. Open your heart to the possibility of healing and let the light of love envelop you, freeing you from the weight of guilt. Now I ask you, are you willing to tune your mind to the melody of success and allow prosperity to flow to you? Today, I have left in the description a powerful tool that will help you and bring you closer to your happiness, peace, and tranquility. I invite you to get to know it. Open the doors to a future where success and prosperity are your daily reality. The opportunity you have today to change your life will never present itself in the same way again. Act today, go for the description and create the tomorrow you deserve. Blessings forever.